Someone go and get her an ice cream, for sake. Some of the people we get on this podcast.
So I'm going to go, look at that.
Right hand the pod, Sid.
We've got a picture here next to the Ballon d'Or.
Wow, someone's got it next to the Ballon. How have they managed that?
It's next to the Ballon d'Or.
Because I think he is in the conversation with Bergkamp, Henry, Shearer.
Cole Palmer.
Hello and welcome to That Peter Crouch podcast with me, Peter Crouch. This is the Friday edition of the pod. Notorious SID is with me.
Yep.
No Chris today.
No Chris. No, he's on holiday.
Yeah.
He has sent a voice note, so I don't know, do you want to crack on with a quick voice note?
Yeah, let's see where he is.
See some reasonings. Let's play this.
All right, lads, how are you? Sorry I can't be there for the Friday pod this week. I'm in Tenerife. I'm on holiday with the family. I've just managed to move away from the kids, actually, to send you these predictions. Currently enjoying a nice pint of, I think it's called Dorada. Don't know if you've had this one. But yeah, nice drop. And okay, so look, massive 3 points. I did send a little celebration video into the WhatsApp group. I noticed neither of you replied, but it's a huge result for me, and I'm absolutely buzzing being top of the table. Squeaky bum time for you, Sids, and for you, Crouchy, I think. Or maybe I've just gone a bit too early on the celebrations. Who knows? But another 3-pointer incoming this weekend, I really hope. Got to say thank you to everyone who sent in Instagram DMs. I did put the predictions up. I've got to say, as sort of the power of the people in this league so far has been phenomenal. And everyone has one aim, really, that's really coming through. Everyone wants to see Crouchy do the forfeit this time. We're well on our way. So we go again this weekend. Here are my predictions.
Oh, right. So he's got his predictions in. We'll listen to them later. Yeah, I didn't watch his video. I noticed you didn't watch it either. Obviously, he was in Tenerife. I was in Elevenerife at the time. So I didn't have time for that. But obviously, yeah, great 3 points for him. That's put the cat amongst the pigeons.
Yeah.
Obviously, the 2-2 Arsenal, Liverpool. There's a tough one. I fancied Liverpool to win that 2-1, but it didn't prove to be the case. Arsenal were dogged. Liverpool weren't probably at their best. Yeah, great game of football though. Really enjoyed it. Again, another dire showing from me and you, Sid. You got the 1 point. You had to draw.
I was so close though, mate. I was so close. I had Fulham 1-0.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't far off, mate.
Fucked it last minute.
Yeah. Again, but I got 0 points. There's a dire showing from me. The scores as the stand are Chris out at top 23. He's got a bit of a gap to me at 21 and you on 20.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's gone for you a little bit there, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he's actually made it.
He said the nation want to see me do the forfeit. A bit harsh. But fair. I totally get it. That will be the case. Sid, you got a bit of stick recently, making the bold choice to go for 3 draws in the game.
I'm not being funny.
What happened this week, didn't
exactly.
it? Exactly. You just went a week early.
Yeah.
That was the only issue there.
That's normally I go early.
Yeah. Has been said.
Do you know what? It's I actually said that on the weekend. Can you believe it? I was like, fucking 3 draws, done me. What are we saying about Chris? Like, obviously, he's had a little bit of resurgence now, is he? He's getting some help though, isn't he?
Yeah, are you calling the game into disrepute?
Well, I'm not saying because he's not here. If he was here, I would bring this to the attention. But now he's obviously getting a little bit of a gap.
Well, it feels like he's maybe not putting the work in. Is what I'm saying. It's like, for instance, he's away on holiday today. He's not here. You can just fire out a little message on Insta and get his results through. So stifle through them. It's kind of like the stats way of you just break them down and whichever comes out on top you go with.
Yeah.
But you know what? We said it was allowed at the start of the season, so we can't go back on that now.
I think it's more jealousy, I think. I'm just trying all sorts.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, okay. He's top of the league. Van Nistelrooy has been installed this season. Obviously, we'll go into that. I think Man United's one of the games. They've got another big game actually on the weekend. But the big news was Ten Hag's gone. Felt like he lost the office a bit. I feel sorry for him because no one likes it.
Yeah,
it's a hard one to discuss. But I feel it was probably the right decision.
It was coming though. No, it was like, it was inevitable. Like I couldn't see them changing results that quickly or giving him time that he was going to change it around.
No,
I just felt as though it was always going to just happen. It was always around the corner. If he'd come up with a result that would give him a little bit of time. But, you know, I like the fact that United tried to make it happen, tried to make it work.
It felt like he was given enough time and enough backing. I think, you know, even he'll be like, maybe look back on it and go, you know, I was given the opportunity and I just didn't get the results, and it's a results business, and unfortunately it's a part company. But interesting to see how Van Nistelrooy, whether he changes it or not, or whether he keeps it similar, because he's his own man, and I'm sure he'd probably want the job full time. A bit like Solskjaer when he took over.
Yeah, you feel as though there's got to be some kind of reaction from United. But then I remember seeing a clip. It was actually brought up this week, wasn't it? Of Roy Keane calling a lot of United players bluffers, and you know they'll stab him in the back as quickly as they've done with previous managers.
Yeah.
It was an old clip, basically, of when Ole Gunnar was involved, head of it. But do you think, with obviously now they're changing manager again, they've had a lot of managers, haven't they, since Sir Alex?
A lot of managers with good pedigree as well.
But do you think there needs to be, like, I'm just looking at this now going, right, look at what Arsenal have done, okay? So Arteta's come in, he's changed the environment, he's changed the culture, got rid of Aubameyang. There seems to be, like, the cloud that was over the stadium is now gone, the fans are back on their side. Do you think that, that needs to happen at Old Trafford, but how?
Well, it does. I mean, listen, when a new owners have come in, they have changed a hell of a lot behind the scenes, and that's what everyone was calling for, myself included. It was like, there needs to be change. It's not just the manager's fault. It's kind of the whole thing. I think, you know, and they have, and they've addressed that straight away with the people coming in above the management. So that's changed. It feels like the culture, they're trying to build a new stadium, new training ground. It feels like they're doing things correctly. Having said that, the players, are they good enough? They've got some really talented players, but I don't think they may need to get rid of some of the players that have been brought in on a lot of money, and that's harder than it's harder than it looks to do. You know, when players are on big contracts, big money, they're not going to be going anywhere soon, but they still need an overhaul on the playing side of things, I think. New manager comes in, but it can be done quickly. Like you say, Arteta did it. And Arsenal as a football club seem to have brought in the players with the right DNA and the right personnel, the right ability to change things very quickly. So that can happen at Manchester United. It's a big enough club to do it, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, my biggest one is he going to shake it up and not change formations, but shake it up in terms of personnel, starting 11, or is he going to keep faith with them but just try and bring that sort of inspiration to them?
Well, it's a new manager bounce, and we'll see. It remains to be seen, but I'm sure that Man United will be looking at some of the best managers out there. And hiring one of them and see what happens. Well, there was a couple of other managers. Obviously, Thomas Tuchel. Do you think he's gone a bit early with the England job when to get?
I would be shocked if Man United didn't reach out to him before. This is not obviously just off the cuff. This is, as I said, this has been brewing. This, isn't it? I think this decision. I'd be shocked if Man U didn't reach out to him beforehand and say, would you be interested? Yeah,
but having said the previous kind of track record of managers as well, it's been a bit of a graveyard, or it has been a graveyard for a lot of those managers. I think the England job's probably at the moment more attractive than the Man United job.
100%.
When you look at the players and look at the team we've got. Yeah. So I don't think Thomas Tuchel will be too disappointed with turning that down, or if he has, and taking him at the England job.
Yeah.
Gary Lineker recently just touched on Lee Carsley as a name being mentioned.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
still unproven at club level.
Yeah. And again, it all revolves around, I think, Dan Ashworth, that's is he director of football or technical director at Man United, worked with FA for so long, done wonders with Gareth Southgate. They worked close together. Lee Carsley would have worked really close with him as well with the infrastructure there. So there'd be a relationship there, definitely, between them two. Yeah, would he want to go into club management? I'm sure he'd want to.
Massive job.
If he got offered that Man United, you'd think he'd go for it.
Massive job. But whether or not he's the right fit remains to be seen.
Yeah.
This is an advertisement from BetterHelp. Just because we can do it doesn't mean we should. We're much stronger and more effective when we have support. So why not build some into your life? BetterHelp makes that easier with online therapy that's affordable, flexible, and you can start the process in minutes. Be your best with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/crouch today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/crouch for 10% off your first month. One quick one as well, Sid, I want to touch on. The Ballon d'Or. Bit of a mad scenario, isn't it? Like, I feel there's a slight, big disrespect to Rodri, who's won it.
Yeah.
When the whole of the Real Madrid team don't turn up for the awards. There's a lot of shithousery going on around it.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
I think, I didn't see it coming, the Rodri win. I thought Vinicius Jr. was near enough nailed on, just for all the hype. I mean, he's played really well this past, 12 months, but all the hype around him as well. Bellingham, I think they're the flared players that normally win the Ballon d'Or. But Rodri, full respect, because obviously we do a piece on the podcast about the donkey, you know, and if there's ever a donkey,
exactly right. Rebranding the donkey,
rebranding,
a hard-working, loyal,
disciplined,
always gives you a great performance
team
week in,
player.
week out.
Team
player,
great,
Rodri.
I mean, epitomises that. Great recipient of that. Also, he was the first Spanish player to win that since 1960.
I mean, if you think about
it's incredible.
Torres, Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets,
and the
David
first
Villa.
Premier League winner since Ronaldo in 2008.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? Really,
it's mad.
It really is.
Think about the Premier League being the biggest league in the world.
And I understand, like, I get the thing of Vinicius, potentially feeling that he should have won it, but out of respect, I think, to your fellow professionals, I don't know. Listen, there must be more to it than meets the eye, because I think it's a disrespect. I think you've always got to be graceful in defeat. And let's be honest, it's an individual trophy. It's an individual award. It's not a trophy. It's not what you're playing for, is it? Obviously, it's a nice gesture, but I do think that there was just a bit of a lack of respect there, which is unfortunate, because they're all great players, and we're celebrating the top players in our profession.
Yeah,
and I think that should have been celebrated by all the top players.
Yeah,
so it felt didn't feel a bit sour.
Yeah, agree.
Right, Sid, let's get down to the business. The business is the fixtures.
Yeah.
The next part of the podcast is supported by Paddy Power. The big weekend fixture, huge weekend fixture this week, is Manchester United versus Chelsea.
Yeah.
Manchester United are 6-4 here. 10 gets you 25 quid. Chelsea are also 6-4 at Old Trafford. Same price. Been lots of goals in recent years. The last meeting was 4-3 to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge.
Yep.
Great game of football that was.
That surprises me that they're both the same odds.
Would you have Chelsea's favourites?
I would have had Chelsea.
Even with the new manager bounce?
I would have had Chelsea favourites. Just the way they're playing at the moment, where they're at. I think they're at least 12 months ahead of where they probably scheduled to where they would be. Playing really good. Cole Palmer. Wow.
Brilliant again the other day.
Mate, you see his pass?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, absolutely beautiful. Some Zola comparisons.
Yeah.
Got a bit early.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I watched Zola week in, week out for a while.
Yeah.
And I've seen he's... When we talk about the Premier League's greatest ever, I don't think he gets enough shouts.
Yeah.
Because I think he is in the conversation with Bergkamp, Henry, Shearer, Rooney.
Well, he was one of the trailblazers, wasn't he? He was one of the first crop, would you say, that come in and really set the league alight and put the Premier League on the map.
I felt like he changed Chelsea.
Yeah.
Ruud Gullit was obviously instrumental in that. Glenn Hoddle, so one of the early kind of managers that came over as well and brought those players in.
Yeah.
But Zola for me was an absolute game changer.
Yeah.
What a player.
Don't get it wrong. Listen, Cole Palmer's got all the potential to be a Premier League great, but
a bit early. Where do you see this one going? Should we ask Chris?
Should we get Chris's first?
Yeah, well, we get his verdict and then we can make our minds up from there. Consider he's got the whole nation on it.
Okay, here we go.
All right then, Man United, Chelsea.
Definitely half term there, isn't it?
I'm a bit concerned here with this one because a lot of the predictions I've got were for the score that I'm going to go for, but I don't think what's been taken into account here is obviously all the stuff with the new manager, a new manager bounce. Is there such thing as a kind of interim manager bounce? Is that as strong as a new manager bounce? Either way, and actually the guy on the Sun Lounger next to me, who loves the podcast, by the way,
Sun Lounge with people
was telling me that that there might even be a new manager by the time we get to the weekend. So great to see Van Nistelrooy in a sort of position of responsibility at United, whatever they're calling it, but not even sure if he's going to be the manager come the weekend. So I do fear the new manager bounce in any situation, but I think it all seems a bit turbulent that I'm going to stick to my guns, stick to what people are saying in the DMs, and I'm going to go Man United 2, Chelsea 2. I'm going for the Desmond.
Oh, that was where I was going with that.
Was it really?
I was going to go 2-2, yeah. I used to talk about the Sporting Lisbon manager, really. I think Almiron looks like he could potentially, at the time of recording, he isn't installed yet.
No.
But looking likely.
Do you know what? He's right with this new manager bounce.
Interim bounce.
Especially at Old Trafford, because you know what Old Trafford's like. They do get behind their team there. And you know that roar when they come out, especially when Rude comes out, I think it's going to be a bit of a lift at Old Trafford. It's going to be a test for this Chelsea team because they are the youngest team that have performed. I think Chelsea are going to do it. I'm going to go Chelsea win. I'm going to go Chelsea 2-1 win.
I've gone last now. I would have gone 2-2. Then I would have gone 2-1 to Chelsea.
Oh, would you?
Now I've got two options here, and this is wounding me now. I'm going to go Chelsea 3-1 then.
Are you?
Now I was because I don't know. I really don't know which way this is going to go because they could come out and Old Trafford could get behind Van Nistelrooy. He's a legend at the club.
Yeah, and
I think it could be that bounce. There could be a 2-1 to United is the other way it could go. But obviously I can't go 2-1 Chelsea now, so I'm going to go 3-1 Chelsea.
You're getting some.
There's Lee. There's a Man United fan behind us at the moment. He's just poked his head in there. Lee, it's 3-1 Chelsea. I'm going.
Okay, so 2-2 for Chris, 2-1 for me for Chelsea, and you're saying 3-1 for Chelsea.
That's the most unlikely scoreline I think I've gone for. Really.
Yeah.
In this whole thing,
anything can happen.
Anything can happen. What I think will happen is I'll be bottom after this round of results.
Okay.
Right, Sid, as well, we got Paddy's Boost. We each pick a leg of the Crouch Pod Bet Builder.
Yep.
The odds on that Bet Builder will then be boosted by 20%, amped up, and it'll be put on a special section of the website. Player to be carded.
Yep.
I'm going to go with Casemiro.
Oh, good shout. Yeah. I've got player to score or assist. There can only be one player in this fixture. Got to go Cole Palmer.
Yeah, agreed. Player to commit one or more fouls. I'm going for Caicedo.
Banker.
Odds are correct at the time of recording. Please gamble responsibly. Moving on to, what could be said as the team of the season so far, Nottingham Forest. They play West Ham.
Do you know what? I was blown away from these stats. I just thought, they're just so under the radar. I just thought they was the same as last season, but they're actually flying.
Well, they're absolutely flying. They're seventh in the league, 16 points from 9 games. Yeah. It's only 2 behind Arsenal.
They've lost 1 game this season.
It's unbelievable. I keep
it.
saying it, but I played with Chris Wood. He's been instrumental, right? Yeah. He's scoring goals, and if you're gonna win games in the Premier League level, you need a striker that's on fire, and he is. And I played with him, and I said to everyone, I was like, "You won't believe how good he is in training as a finisher, both right and left foot, heading. Holds the ball up. His touch is good.
It feels like anything that comes in the box, he's going to get first contact whether he'll score, he's in the right frame of mind to score at the moment, but he's at least going to either got to work the keeper or make it so hard for whoever's marking him to get any contact on it.
No, exactly right. And I think, Hudson-Odoi's been a fantastic signing as well. It was 5 million.
Yeah.
It's been a revelation, really. But we were talking about, he was talking about 100 millions at one stage.
Yeah.
So when he was at Chelsea, it was ridiculous.
He's had to reignite himself, isn't he? He's gone away a little bit, and I think he's one of them in the Premier League. Look at Ross Barkley. Went to Luton, did he last season, done really well. Obviously now he's got to move to Villa. What do you think?
It's a Chumbawamba.
Yeah, well, that's what we're all about. What do you think, talking of Chumbawambas, where do you think Forest can finish this season, and where realistically would the fans have just got to be happy that they're obviously not in the bottom three?
Yeah. No, but I think it's the first time, really, when they signed a lot of players, and it takes time to gel. It feels like they are gelling at the moment. They're playing some good football. Where do I think realistically they can finish? I think there's a lot of teams are unsettled in the top half of the league. Like Tottenham at times, look brilliant, and at times poor.
Yeah,
inconsistency. Manchester United, obviously, we know there's a lot of inconsistency at the top end of the league. So could they get into Europe? I don't see why not.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I think can they get in the top 6?
Well, what you said, they're 2 points off of Arsenal now.
Top 8?
Yeah.
Top 8. I think
a top half of the finish would be unbelievable for Forest this season. But the way they're going, they could be online for Europe. Yeah, we'll see.
What about West Ham? I was at the Tottenham game where they were second half was very poor.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not joking. It was probably the most people I've seen leave a football ground.
Yeah.
For a long time. There was hardly anyone left at the end. Great result, getting bounced back against Manchester United.
Yeah, but could have been different. I mean, how many chances did Man U have first half? But you got to take your chances. Lopetegui, I don't feel the fans are really taking to it at the moment.
Well, I'm just a bit unsure at the moment. I mean, obviously, Tottenham's a big game again for West Ham fans.
Yeah.
So to get pumped in the manner they did there was not great. Where do we see it going? Let's ask the nation.
Should we ask? Let's see what Chris says and the nation.
Right then, next up, Forest West Ham. I got a lot of different predictions on this one. In fact, of the last few weeks, I would say this is the one I've had the most sort of different scores coming through. However, the consensus does seem to be a Forest win, which is something I wouldn't have predicted pre-season. If you looked ahead to this game, I would have definitely gone the other way. But Forest are doing so well. Chris Wood, by the way, having an absolute career Chumbawamba, which is great to see. And so for this one, I'm going to go for a Forest. I'm going to go for a Forest win. I'm going to go Forest 2, West Ham 1.
Okay.
I'm glad you didn't say nil there, because I'm gonna go next, if you don't mind.
No, you go for
2-0 Forest.
Are you? So I've got 2-1 Forest, but I've also got in brackets 1-1.
As the cojones.
The draws haven't really gone for me recently, have they? Oh, let's go 1-1.
Oh,
I'm going to go 1-1. I don't believe in it, but I'm going to go 1-1.
Don't believe in it?
No.
Could be a badly drawn boy.
Spurs versus Villa.
I like this game. These are two. I play for both of these teams, and I just like the game. I just feel like they're two teams that I like watching.
Yeah, entertaining, end to end, play good football, going well. Unai Emery still flying under. They're going from strength to strength. Postecoglou come out, didn't he, and said that he wins something in his second season.
Yeah.
So they're flying. They're doing really well. Disappointing result against Palace though on the weekend. Yeah,
it was. Yeah. Mikey Moore, I've loved watching as well. Great to see him playing games. Obviously, Son being injured as well. Yeah, I think he's crucial to have Son back fit. I know he missed the last game. He was brilliant against West Ham when I was at the game, and just honestly, they're a different side. I think with him in it, and I think they've got talent, to come in and replace him. But he is the difference. I think he's a true star. When we interviewed him after the game, should have seen it. When you're standing there and you've got the crowd. Sometimes people stay for the interview
Yeah.
to see who comes out. And I'm not joking, the whole stand stayed.
What, when you was doing TV?
We interviewed Son because they thought they were going to interview Son. He came out, I'm not joking, the place just erupted. Couldn't even hear him speaking because people. It was just he's an absolute like.
He's still their go-to man, isn't he? I know he's been injured and they've coped really well, but he's still there. Like when he's playing and he's on it, he's their go-to man.
Oh, he's actually right. Yeah, so getting him back is crucial here, and I think that does influence my result, whether he's fit or not. I'm going on the premise that he is fit.
Right. Okay.
I am going to say that Tottenham Chumbawamba here. And I think they win this 2-1.
You're going to go 2-1. Okay. I'll listen to Chris before I make my prediction.
You're right, lads. Final prediction from me then. So Tottenham against Villa. I was very tempted to go for a draw on this one. However, I think Villa are just going to nick it. That's what most people are saying. It's a hard one, this one. My heart is saying go for the Desmond again. But my head is stick to my guns, stick to people. They haven't done me wrong so far. So I'm going to go Villa win. I'm going to go Tottenham 1, Villa 2. So 2-1 Villa win. And here's hoping for another 3 points. I look forward to being back in the pub with you in the Chumbawamba next week. I'll see you later, lads.
That what you wanted?
I was going to go 2-1, but I'm going to go one more, which is a big call, 3-1.
See, that's what happened to me in the Chelsea game.
Yeah.
All right.
Because Villa are flying, but all right. Let's go 3-1 Spurs.
All right, well, good luck. Okay, a little bit of pod admin to catch up on, Sid. Fantasy football, at time of recording, Gareth Clift is top of the table with 656 points. Closely followed by James Dench, Judy's son, at 648. And Liam Dawson, Michael's brother, is in third with 640.
I don't even know what points I'm on, but I'm nowhere near that.
I'll be honest with you. I've lost. I haven't done my team for the last 2 weeks, and I'm embarrassed by that. But what done me was the Friday game. I must have killed a few people the other week. Yeah, you killed me the Friday game, and obviously being away, you just kind of lose. Yeah, I was sloppy, if I'm honest.
If you're away, you're not even.
Yeah, I might have lost the dressing room. Right, Sid, there's a segment. Obviously, are you entertained?
Yeah,
very difficult to entertain you, as we know. Mark from Estonia. Wow. It's quite entertaining already.
Yeah.
Has sent this in. Hi, Crouchy, Starkey and Steve. Hard to entertain well. Recent attempts from people have not entertained Sids enough, so I made the attempt to Chumbawamba for the lot. Here's my party piece from high school times, the tooth xylophone. It was always entertaining to the other guys. Since when performing, I looked like Peter Pettigrew from the Harry Potter films. I'm banging out my most requested tune at the time, the Pirates of the Caribbean theme. I hope you're entertained.
I don't know what to expect.
God only knows what is going on here. Here he is. Take it away. Some of the people we get on this podcast. Oh my God. Oh. How? I can't even believe this. Hold on. Wow, little thumbs up at the end.
Wow.
What I want to know is how someone that musically talented is playing with his own hamsters. In Estonia, of all places. He should be in Vegas or something, in a residency, fucking playing Vidal.
Is he flicking his teeth? Is he flicking his teeth?
How does he know which note comes off which teeth? How many teeth has he flicked to get to that point?
So when people say piano teeth, he actually literally has got.
I mean, he really is tickling the ivories. Literally. I thought that was very impressive.
I mean, first of all, thank you to Mark from Estonia. Glad that the pod is obviously reaching out worldwide, and it is entertaining him. Unfortunately, I did find that funny. I actually didn't find it entertaining. I just found it funny.
Oh, right.
So I'm really sorry, Mark. It's a no.
Oh, mate.
It's a no.
It's a tough school. We know what it's like. You know, we've talked about it. Euros been poo-pooed by SIDS, and unfortunately playing music on your teeth, not good enough.
Not good enough for me. Not in this school.
What a shame.
Right, Crouchy, we've got a note here from Finn, I think it is. Hi, Crouchy, Chris and Sids. Long-time listener, first-time writer. Appreciate all the donkey work you have put into the pod. Right, for the World Cup trophy, I think the name should be Jogo Bonito, which translates to the beautiful game or play beautiful in Portuguese. Not only does this tickle Crouchy's love for foreign languages, but also pays a small homage to the old Nike advert hosted by Cantona in the 2000s. Yeah. Yours in Pancake, Finn McMahon. What do you think? I think it's great.
I like it. I like that. It's that saying I remember from that advert. It was an amazing saying that.
Jogo Bonito.
Jogo Bonito. I think it does resemble the World Cup trophy.
Yeah,
I like it.
The beautiful game or play beautiful.
Nice.
Play beautifully. We've currently got one top of the list. Does this overtake the World in Motion?
Morbus
name?
Orbitus. Yeah, that was fantastic.
I like the way people are going down the foreign route.
Or he said that, it's like if you call it like, you know, if you called it an English name, like, you know, the Gold Cup or, you know, whatever, the Golden Globe.
Yeah. It's not the same ring, is it?
Yeah, it's also a trophy already, I think, the Golden Globe.
Where are you putting this one?
Right up there.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
right up there. I do think that the World in Motion theme tune is that good a tune.
Yeah.
Is it better than the Nike ad of the 2000s with Cantona in it? It's a tough one. That was a good ad.
Yeah.
But I feel like World in Motion's got a special place in our heart.
I like it. I was hoping you was going to say that.
Hi, Sis. We do have a shirt here. It's always the most concerning part of the podcast. This. We have plenty of shirts. Some we don't show, some we do.
Yeah.
This one's borderline again, but we'll say it anyway. Crouchy, BBQC Plus and Bonfire. I saw this England shirt at the pub and it reminded me of Crouchy and Sids, who have also worn the number 9 shirt with pride during their career and no doubt would be worthy of such a shirt. Question is, what position would Chris play if he had the same surname? Personally, I've always imagined him slotting in at left back or right back. I would love to know your thoughts, Chumble Wonder. Okay. This is the shirt. Obviously, Chris would be number 3, I think. He's a fullback.
He's a fullback.
Yeah, he's left-footed fullback.
Yeah.
The shirt here is an England shirt. It's got number 9 on his back with inches just above it. What? I hope you don't talk about the shirt.
You couldn't have timed that any better. So I need to just relay this. We have got to keep this in. We have got to keep this in.
For fuck's sake.
So we are currently doing the segment on the shirts, and Pete just read out the shirt number of number 9, and there was an ice cream van tune in behind. So we've said, let's stop recording. We're currently still recording, and Abby's gone, I'd love one of them. I think referring to the ice cream van. Whereas
I was hoping that it wasn't
the shirt.
The reference to the shirt.
Which is, well, it's the number 9 and the name above it is Inches.
You then said, I'd love one of them. Should we just move on, Sid? Should we go?
No. We need to elaborate.
Go and get her an ice cream, for fuck's sake.
We need to elaborate on this, okay? I don't mean with Abby, all right? So 9 inches. Now,
could mean anything, Sid, this.
Okay, well, let's just take it as that we're going to take it as that it's his Hampton, right? Now, if you're carrying and you've got an Hampton, are you going to have 9 inches?
Exactly right. And do you feel like isn't it just like when you're driving a Porsche or something, you're kind of compensating, overcompensating.
Yeah. And then if you're behind and then you see that shirt, is someone going to go, look at that cock?
I feel like it looks like an England fan as well. I feel like England fans in general, if you are going to enlarge it like that, you better be able to back it up.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it will get...
Well, it looks like he's in the boozer there as well. And after a few bevies, I'm sure it's gonna be asked to come out.
Right, Hand of Pod, Sid. Some unbelievable locations.
Hand of Pod.
The reaction's been unbelievable. Obviously, if you don't know, we placed them in various pubs. Plenty of people have found them. I think it was the one that we planted in the Devonshire seems to have gone global.
Yeah.
Have you got pictures of this?
So I was in there last week. Apologies to a few people that tried to get the hand and wasn't refused it, but I think some of the staff may have thought that it was part of the decorations at the Dev.
Oh,
so they didn't want to pass it on.
Oh,
so
no.
I had to go in last week and have a few pints while I was there and just let them know that we can get it out.
Did you have to have a few pints while you're there?
Yeah, I had to. So the hand has left the Devonshire and has been on its travels to its destination, and it's on socials now. It's Justin that's taken it, and this is great. He's gone to Madrid. So I'll just show you a couple of these ones here first of all.
Oh, he's outside the Bernabeu.
So I actually think this is Atletico Madrid at the start.
Oh, he's at Atletico.
So he's done.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, it's on the pitch as
There
it
he
was when we done the Fulham stuff back in the day.
Great pictures.
Great. Look at that in the dressing room
In
with the
between
shirts.
Griezmann there,
Yeah.
Longley.
We'll get these on socials for you to see. But it was topped, and we've got a picture here next to the Ballon d'Or.
Wow, someone's got it next to the Ballon. How have they managed that?
It's next to the Ballon d'Or. It's next to the European trophy there.
Do you think Rodri's come down to the Devonshire, had a couple of beers and taken that with him?
If we can get that confirmed, then it's going to be great. This is just the start of the journey. So we're hoping now, Justin, that you are going to pass this on and it's going to go on to more travel. So, Justin, absolutely superb.
Yeah, brilliant, Justin. Well done. That reminds me actually of when we got the pod in space. There was an astronaut. He took a sticker, and he knew I was scared of Alsatians. And he took an Alsatian into space when he flew one of his missions.
Wow.
To space. Unbelievable scenes.
So we're going to try and get the hands out of space.
Let's do it. Let's try for it. You never know with this pod. Really high standard there.
Yeah, bar's been set.
With the Hand of Pod. The bar has been set. Really enjoyed that pod, Sid. Yeah. Good luck for the weekend. Mm-hmm. Just before we go, haven't you got... You did an 11 on the train.
I did.
Diminutive players.
Let me get this list up very quickly. I've done this on the train very quickly with a friend of mine, Rob. It's a diminutive 11.
Yes.
Okay. So in goal, we've got Brad 3 foot tall, as in Brad Friedel. We've got Chris Smalling, Ben Mini-Me. We've got Shrunk. These are not all in order in terms of positions. We've got Shrunken Ferguson.
Shrunken Ferguson.
We've got Fabian Elf. Andy Impey is one of them.
Yeah, Impish.
Shetland Tony. We got Wayne Puny.
Oh my God.
Diddy Drogba. Michael Not Growing, as in Michael Owen. And the manager is Brian Little. Well done, Rob. We done that today on the train.
So good, so good. Oh my God. Right, guys, enjoy the weekend. We'll see you next time.